Hi everyone, I'm just at the van doing a few things. You may recall a video we did almost a year ago actually, talking about a van that was supposed to be coming out soon called the Westfalia Wave actually. Well, it seems to finally be making it to the market here on the West Coast. And I had an opportunity the other day to just do a very quick look. So we thought we'd share that with you. Now this is just some photos, and I'm not going to go over most of the specs because we did that in the previous video. We'll put a link to that video here if you're interested in all the specs. But this is just a quick walkthrough I did at a dealership, looking at the van a little bit on the outside and then doing a walkthrough on the inside. Very quick, haven't touched on everything, but you get a general idea what the van looks like. Hope you enjoy. So the van that I looked at actually came in white. And I thought with the black cladding that was on the front and black around the wheel wells, it looked quite good. And when you walk in, it's actually quite bright, and you get that sort of nice Eurovan feel. The cab itself is just the standard for new ProMasters. And when you look back in the van, I guess the things I want to just touch on. First of all, the fridge. The 3.1 cubic foot fridge, it's down on the floor right by the sliding door in the van. I believe it's intended that you can actually open the door and just reach in and get something from the fridge without actually having to get into the van. It also has a sliding screen door as opposed to magnetic screens that you would see on some of the other Road Trek models. And instead of a Fantastic fan or maybe a Max Air fan, there's a large skylight that opens. And it also has a ring of lights that are around it. You won't be able to see it in the photo, but you can press the button and get quite a bright light that comes out from underneath the skylight itself. Now looking back, you'll see a control panel that's on the upper left, right near the sliding door. It's there for the lights and the heat and other controls in the van. There's also a 2-burner propane stove and a small sink. The Dinette has actually 2 seat belts, so you can have 2 individuals sit there if you are carrying passengers. What's kind of unique about this Dinette is it folds over to turn into a small bed. I didn't get a chance to see that, but it looks like a cool option. Not shown here is the heat and hot water, and it's actually through a Truma Combi system, which is a nice system. And I think there's 4 vents in the van. There's one in the rear in the garage, one right in front of the bed, one sort of mid-van, and then another just right up by the front of the dinette. So the heat is spread nicely throughout. The bathroom has a cassette toilet, plus a small window that opens. Now I should note all the windows that are in this van, except for the ones in the truck cab and on the back door, are thermal pane windows. It's got a permanent bed, and you have a lot of storage space under the bed. The bed can also slide forward if you want, and then you could actually stand taller items out back. You'd only have half the bed size, but if you're carrying bicycles, for example, and just wanted to stand them up, that'd be an option. The walls are largely white plastic, which actually I quite liked. Easy to clean and just made the van again very bright and gave it a nice sort of feel. So overall, yeah, I really like the van. It has some great technical specs, 600 watts at lithium, great heating system. I particularly like the floor plan. What I didn't like about the van was primarily the fact that the fridge is on the floor. If I was in the van, I'd always be having to get down on my knees in order to get anything out, and at least in my case, that would just annoy me every time I reached in. The other thing that's nice, but I don't think would work for us, is the fact that there's a skylight. Now the skylight certainly can open and let in some air, but we actually have a Fantastic fan where the skylight is, and we use it a lot, largely just to bring in cool air on warm days, and it helps keep the van at a moderate temperature, and we would actually miss that a lot. So I hope you enjoyed that quick look at the Westfalia Wave. And special thanks to Chris Torella at Arbutus RV near Nanaimo for taking a few minutes out of his day to let me do a quick walkthrough. So thanks, Chris. If you did enjoy the video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so. And Mickey, Finch, and I will see you next time. I don't know what else to say, Mickey. I can hear a dog barking.